This whole week we're trying to get our finger on the pulse of what Atlanta design is. It sounds like you're kind of taking a new approach, a fresh approach.
Absolutely, I think it needs to change. And it's interesting, a lot of people on the West Coast think Atlanta's still that kind of gone with the wind, but it's not. There's the number of transplants that come to Atlanta and the condo market in Midtown, it's much more eclectic, transitional. My tagline, which will be in my advertisements, is urban, organic, and groovy.
Oh.
And kind of what I want to do is bring an organic modern to Atlanta, so it doesn't necessarily have to be shiny and smooth to read modern. It can be much more organic and fits more lifestyles, I think.
This is a pretty fantastic market, I have to say. And being from Atlanta, I'm sure you have a really unique perspective on the design here and sort of what makes it work. Do you find yourself coming here all the time?
I do. It's funny, when I wrote my book, I would write in the morning, and then usually at lunchtime, I felt like I needed to talk to people. And so I would come over here and I would spend an hour to 2 hours, and I would just walk through, and this was really almost like my happy place. And I would go to the different showrooms and talk to people. And I think there's such great energy. It's such a warm place. People are very laid back and welcoming. And then it's also so stimulating, because I find it so inspiring to see, some amazing fabric or trim, to see what's new. It just fuels my inspiration.
Are there any particularly frustrating or annoying cliched stereotypes that outsiders, maybe Northerners, have about Southern design, Southern style that you really want to dispel?
Well, I think some people still think we're stuck in the 80s, where there's a lot of floral prints and chintz and bows and ruffles. And not that those things aren't great, and I love chintz, but I think we've moved beyond that. And our style is still very Southern. There's still a heritage to it. People are still decorating with pieces that they've inherited, but it's much different. I mean, there's not as much color as there used to be. Things are more rustic, but it's still very Southern in spirit. And so I think we've created our own style now, and it's very unique.
What would you say is sort of a characteristic quality of Southern sensibility in design?
I think that Southerners, Southern designers, know how to finish better than anybody else. Their sense of fit and finish and trim and proportion really is quite evolved. They like dressy interiors, they like formal interiors, they like lush and layered interiors, which for a company like Scalamandre, I mean, that's singing our song. So we always enjoy being down here at the ADAC. Firstly, I love the architecture here. I'm a great fan of John Portman's contributions to the architectural landscape of the world. How can you not love the hanging gardens and the atriums? It's very humbling to have a showroom that overlooks this place.